Hello and welcome to a short video to help people who wish to use Google Meet to join in with group video calls and or possibly even an online AGM. We know that some people are unsure of how they set up their devices to participate, and whilst most modern tablets and PCs will cope with the video platform, it should be noted that some older devices are not compatible with Google Meet, and we'll go through those in a moment. So what equipment do you need to take part in an online video meeting using Google Meet? Well, let's have a look at the various devices that you might have. Firstly, let's look at desktops and laptops. And you will require a current version of either of the two previous major releases of these operating systems. That's Apple Mac operating system, Microsoft Windows, or the Chrome operating system. So those are the ones that Google Meet can cope with. So they're the operating systems, but what about the browsers on your device? Well, the browsers that work are the up-to-date browsers: Chrome browser, Mozilla Firefox browser, Microsoft Edge browser, and the Apple Safari browser. And when you join a call, you'll be asked to use your microphone and video, and you should accept that. There's no need to have a Google account, but if you've got one, you need to fill in your name and then click the request to join. So what if you haven't got a desktop or a laptop? Well, you can use your Android phone or an Android tablet. And your tablet or phone will require Android version 5 or later. Anything earlier than 5 won't work. And on this you can either use the Gmail app to connect or download the Google Meet app from the Play Store. And we'll have a look at how you do that in a moment. And once you've got it all loaded to get into a call, you would then accept the request to use your microphone and video camera. Okay, I can now hear all of the Apple users out there going, whoa, I don't use Android. So for an iPhone or an iPad, you will require iOS 11 or later, and you will need to download the Google Meet from the App Store. And this requires a Google account to join the meeting, so you will need a Google account. And again, to join a meeting, you will accept the request to use the microphone and video camera. Okay, so let's assume you haven't got any of those devices or operating systems that we've just listed. You can still join a Google Meet video call via a landline, and you will just be doing audio. So what you would need to do is contact the video host for that particular call, get the phone number and PIN number for the meeting, and join by phone at a standard call rate. And when you're connected via the telephone number, you input the PIN number followed by the hash key. And it's suggested that you check that your telephone call plan does actually have free call packages on there, because these are charged at the standard rate, so it will cost you. Okay, so we've gone through the various devices and operating systems that you can use to join a Google Meet, and what we'll do now is we'll go through how you actually set it up, and we've used an Android smartphone to demonstrate this, but the process is more or less the same for whatever device you've got, if you're using an Android or an iPhone or a tablet for that matter. So let's go through the way that when you receive an invitation to join a meet, what you need to do before the meeting starts. The setup should take around 5 or 6 minutes. So if you intend joining your first call for a live meeting, give yourself enough time to set up the device before the call starts. And once you've done it once, all subsequent calls should be very quick to join. So what we're looking at here is an Android telephone, and we're looking at the mailbox, and the top email is a request to join a video meet. So it's test for video on phone. So what I'll do is I'll actually open up that email. So what you can see here is the email itself. Now this is very sparse because this is just a test, but somewhere in an email you receive you will have an address, something like meet.google.com/ and then a string of letters, and that's the actual invite to the video call. So you would need to click on that. You'll find that your screen does a little bit of flicking and flashing around, and eventually it will take you to the Google Play or the Play Store. And you can see here that there is an install button, and that is what we need to click to download the app that will allow your in this case Android device, but your Apple device, your tablet or your phone, to actually hook up to a Google Meet video call. So I click on that, and this is where you have to accept the access to your camera and microphone, and you just click on accept. Once you click on accept, the screen whizzes away and continues the installation process, and you can see here that I've got a circle going round and round, and it's actually installing. And you can see that it says installing in the middle of the screen. And once it's finished, you then get the option to continue, and you can see the continue button here. You could uninstall if you wanted. Your screen will go back to the Google Meet logo and do a bit more background installation, and then you come to a welcome to Meet screen with the option to continue. You can read the terms of service if you wish to there. Once that happens, you'll then, if you've got a Gmail account, it will ask you to confirm which account you want to use. I've grayed them out here. Once you confirm an account, the screen goes away, does a bit more work, and suddenly you are connected. You're not actually in the meeting at this point. You can see there is a join meeting button and a present button. Normally you will click the join meeting button unless the video host has asked you to actually do any presenting from the beginning, which is unlikely, so you will click on join meeting. So we've managed to install and join a meeting using an Android phone. Now at this point I'm going to go away and show you the screens that we now use on a proper PC, because it's a larger screen and you'll be able to see the buttons somewhat clearer. Okay, but that's the installation and joining a meeting should you be using an Android, but everything is very similar for other devices you might use. So as I say, what we're going to do now is we're going to flash across, and the next screen that you see will be on a proper laptop, any computer device, and we will be at the stage where I'm just looking to join the meeting. So I've come from the invite via email and I've clicked on the link, and we are setting up to join the meeting. So here we are on the PC and we're getting ready to be able to join. It says you'll be able to join in just a moment, and now we get the join now button. So you will click on join now. You do get the option to add others, but ignore that, just close that small pop-up down, and there you go, you are in the meeting. What we'll do now is we'll run round the screen and I'll show you what the various buttons do, the links and things in the screen. I'll show you what the various things do so you can control yourself within the meeting. Maybe we'll say control your call within the meeting rather than control yourself. The main controls are on the white toolbar across the bottom of the screen, and we'll just go through those first. The first one is meeting details, and if you click on there it will bring up a pop-up showing you the URL that you can join the meeting on, and you can copy that joining invite and send it on to others. However, it's not your call, so I would suggest that you probably don't want to do that. So moving along the toolbar at the bottom, there's an icon that looks like a microphone. This is to toggle your microphone on and off. If you click on it, it toggles it off and it goes red and nobody can hear you. If you hit it again, it goes white and people can hear you again. We'll jump the middle one, and the third button is like a camera, and if you click that again, it toggles your video screen on and off. People will only see your initial come up in the middle of the screen of whatever you're logged on as, and if you click it again, your video comes back on. So if you want to hide for a while, you can. The next one is to turn captions on. Very useful. This means that it will, any speech that's coming through on the video call will be converted into text. So for the hard of hearing, that is very useful. You can turn that off again, but just by clicking again. Now the present now button is only if you are asked to present. It's not likely to happen very often if you're only a participant, but if you click on the present now button, it will come up and give you some options. You can either share a Chrome tab or a window or your entire screen, so you can pick what you want to display. If you click away from it, it disappears. Now the last three little dots above one another is called an ellipse. If you click on there, you get some of the same things appearing again, but there are other bits. You can change the layout of your screen. If you click on change layout, you get the option of how you want your screen to display. You can see here you've got sidebar, spotlight and tiled. It's just a case of having a play and see which is the best display for you. To close it down, you click on the X. We'll go back to the ellipse, the three little dots. And the next one that you can do, you could go to full screen. So if you're viewing it on a device and it's not in full screen, you can turn it on to full screen. Again, you can turn on captions. The settings button gives you the option to adjust or change what you are using for either your microphone or your speakers, etc. So when you click on it, it goes to the audio. You can see there it's picking up a default microphone and default speakers. You could change those if you need to. Video, it shows you what camera you're using and the resolution that you're using. So you can change things from the settings button. We'll go back to the ellipse again. And if you had very poor audio, you might want to use the video camera but use your telephone for the audio. If you click on there, it will give you the options to actually use the dial-in number. And the final one down the bottom there is the help button. The other two you probably won't use. The help button may give you some descriptions on things you're having problems with. Up to the top, there is a little button that says chat with anyone. If you click on there, you now get the option to view the people that are in the screen. You can see them there, it says people. If you click on that, it will display, but you've also got chat, and you will put your message in down the bottom of that box. When you click on chat, you get the option to type in a message, so you can use typed messages while the video call is going on. The next little button there is a head and shoulders, and again that will show you who is actually on the call. And the final button we will ignore. That's just something that I've got as an add-on. You're not likely to see that. Also on the far left of the screen, in case you're wondering, there is a little bar there that allows you to put emojis on. Again, this is an add-on that I've added onto it. You need to download that as a separate program. Not likely that you're going to do it, but you get the option to add emojis. You can do little waves and thumbs up and goodness knows what else. Okay, now we did jump one button, and that was the button down at the bottom in the center. It looks like a red telephone handset. If you click on there, that will make you leave the call. If you click on it inadvertently, you can rejoin the call by clicking on the link that you had in the email, but that will make you leave the call immediately. Okay, so that's how you set up to be able to use Google Meet on various devices, and also how you navigate around the screen when you're in a call. So we hope that this video has been useful for you. I will be looking to do one for Zoom calls as well, but this is specifically for Google Meet. They are similar, but this is specific to Google Meet. We hope this has been useful for you, and thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.